I went on TikTok, and of course, the people on TikTok. I was sitting in a parking lot and got hit for dangerous acts. Oh, that's all right. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Just throwing that out there. It was awfully funny today because we went into court. We were all ready. We have our head held high. And it sounds like a lot of butthurt Betties out there right now, because they didn't get what they want. They're going to be sorely. You guys should just come over to the Bullhorn Betty channel if you want the real. At the end of the day, we give you guys the truth. We don't have to manipulate the truth for anything. And you are going to find out everything I said, a month ago is going to come to fruition. Hey, me and you, Kendra, Natalie, it's nice to see you all. Jailhouse Betty is free again. Free, I say, free. Tammy, it's nice to see you. Stephanie, housewife, it's nice to see you. Donna, Bonnie's Journey, it's nice to see you guys. Bobby, Reality Wins. Nicole, Holly, it's nice to see you. Arky, come on in. We're going to be talking about this. We're on the case of Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old child that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and has not been seen again after being locked inside the home securely. He evaporates into thin air, and nobody's seen him since. So only one content creator is being picked on, right? Only one content creator is being picked on. It seems awfully strategic. The one content, now I don't even like being called a YouTuber. It drives me nuts when they call me a YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. I am on multiple social media platforms. I cover true crime. I'm a journalist. I am a victim right advocate. I'm an activist of political leanings and activist for children. We do a lot for our cases, a lot, but the Constitution is what we lean on the most in my business. The Constitution should not be infringed upon from our government. And that's exactly what we're facing right now, is this infringement. And as you guys know, I am pushing back very hard on this very specific constitutional infringement by a local government. And I'm going to continue to push back on it because it's unlawful. And at the end of the day, I have a right to talk about a public interest case and those involved in that public interest case. Those involved. So we are having a problem, at the end of the day. I don't have to say their names. Everybody knows who they are, Mr. and Mrs. No Comment, right? And they were there today. We had when the case, when we all kind of went out of the courtroom, at the end of the day, there was more love people there for Sebastian Rogers than there were for Camp No Comment. And it's interesting to say the least, because people flew in to think that I was going to. I tried telling people just don't listen to Bullhorn Betty. I mean, you guys do. You guys are smart. You guys actually have brain cells. But these people are so doped up all the time that they don't even think. And I got to say that I wasn't really pleased with the appearance. Our team was looking sharp. We have respect for the court. We have the respect for the court of law. And the only reason why it was everybody saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe they got to go back." Well, they chose to hire an attorney at the final hour, and that attorney had no idea what they were doing. He didn't even barely know who his clients were, and so he had no information on the case. That's why it was delayed. My attorney was prepared today. My attorney was prepared to argue this today, so it was held over until October 10th. Which sounds like we're going to have a full rehearing. So it's going to be everybody's going to be under oath, and everybody's going to be testifying on October 10th. I talked to Tony, and what we would like, because I think more people will be coming into this hearing, because it's not going to be a cattle call. Like, we were in there with everybody. This one guy goes up to the podium, and he, of course, the judge is like, would you like do you think you need a appointed attorney? And he goes, I don't know, Your Honor. I don't know if I'm going to need it. He's like, well, what's your charge? He said, manufacture or distributing, methamphetamines. And he's like, oh yeah, you're gonna need an attorney. I'm like, holy crap. Oh my goodness. I've got to address something. I was hearing something that cracked me slap up. I hear that there's rumors going around that Tony is a pill popper. That guy is straight as a freaking arrow. And I'm just like sitting here, these people, you know what? It's deflection. It's deflection at the finest, because the people that are saying that are probably most likely, oh, I am Team Summer, the real Me Too, Eagle War, or War Eagle. It's nice to see you guys. It's nice to see you. It was nice seeing Seth hit back today in the media. He had an interview, and I thought he did very, very well. I just got to see the interview just a few minutes ago, and I thought he did an excellent job. They wanted a comment from Bullhorn Betty, but I had my attorney next to me, and he's like, "You're not going on film, are you?" He's like, "No, let me explain this to you. You're not going." I'm like, "Okay, I won't go. I won't say anything." you know. So it's like today was, it was a which I had anticipated. A lot of people bought tickets to try to see if Bullhorn Betty is going to jail. Well, Jailhouse Betty is not going back to jail. I can almost guarantee that. So if that's what you're coming to look for, and you can't spend any time looking for Sebastian Rogers, then save the money, because you ain't gonna get what you want. I heard that people saying about the Prego thing, and I don't know one way or another. I didn't look at him. I didn't see him. To be honest with you, I avoided as much as I could. I looked straight ahead. I talked to the people around me. I could care less about the yahoos in the courtroom. Plain and simple. I could care less. It seems like a lot of people are angry. They're like, she could just shut her mouth. Excuse me, I have constitutional rights here that allow me to open my mouth, and that's what I'm fighting right now. So this case is not going to go away, obviously, and we're going to be back on October 10th. I hope everybody's there. I hope the camera crews are there. The camera crews are most likely going to be there because they know that's the date. That's the date. Like, everybody's going to be getting on the stands, and that's going to be their money shot, getting hearing from the other parties, the petitioners in this matter. And I'm interested in hearing from the petitioners in this matter. But it tells me, in my opinion, it tells me a lot about their feelings that they brought an attorney with them, right, in the final hour. And this attorney literally knew nothing about this. That tells me that they hired him in the final hours. They realized, the oh shit factor. The oh shit factor is, I think, starting to hit them. I saw some pictures, and I got to tell you, evil's the only thing that comes across my mind, just pure evil, and I'm not going to shake that. And that's just from the pictures that I saw, because again, I didn't look back. I could care less. I looked straight ahead. When I went up there, I looked straight ahead and kept my mouth shut and let my attorney do all the talking. I'm perfectly fine with that. There's a reason why we have an attorney. There's a reason why we have a great attorney. Let me just tell you, my attorney is very good. Okay. Very good. And so we didn't come with we came with a heavy hitter to court. I just want to advise everybody that's in my chat that my attorney is a heavy hitter in that area. So I am in good hands, and I can assure you what you're being told is not going to be. Remember, if you got to go back, rewind, go back, fact find me. I remember where I was. It was a 7-minute conversation. It was a 7-minute conversation. And it was actually, I can tell you the exact date it happened, August 22nd. It's one of the comments I made that got me arrested while I was in Florida. I remember I opened my mouth and I got arrested for speaking. So let's make sure we understand exactly what I got arrested for, okay? It wasn't for stalking people. It wasn't for harassing people. It wasn't for threatening people. It was for hashtags and me threatening to civilly sue the people. Obviously, not a physical threat of life. So there's going to be some major problems with that coming up. Oh, be Betty fans in the house. It's nice to see you, Steffers. Sec 1 or Sec 2. It's nice to see you, love. So I'm really pleased with the way today went. I really wanted to get it done. I didn't want to come back here for another court hearing. Let's be honest, okay? We wanted it to be done. I mean, we wanted it to be done and over with today, okay? I didn't get what I wanted, but we actually have the October 10th date, and the best part about it is we will have that judge's attention. He won't be confused. There won't be a whole cattle call of people. This was there was like literally a lot of people. Everybody's like, look at all the people in the courtroom and all this and that. And it's like, well, we did have people there for this case and this case only. They changed the rules of the courthouse for our hearing. So they made sure nobody could bring bags in to the whole courthouse because they couldn't manage which one went to what courtroom and whatever. Hey, Seth, it's nice to see you. So we ended up not being able to take bags or cell phones in. So I was able to bring my pad of paper because, again, I thought I was going to be sitting at a desk and I was going to be taking notes and being part of my, being very well and in tune with my defense. Because at the end of the day, I know what happened. You all know what happened because you guys watched it in real time. We know where my commentary is. We know I've never crossed the line with my commentary. We know I've never threatened these people. We know I've never threatened them with any type of weapon. So it's like, everything is obvious. I mean, you can just go to my channel and watch through it. And what do you get? You get me, losing after being stalked. I say some rough around the edges things. So what? I'm allowed to. You know that the Constitution, the First Amendment, actually allows me to be repugnant. Did you know that?